Hello everybody and welcome. We are back in No Man's Sky. I will just set the chat. We will move round. So, where are we and what are we doing? Well, we are on a planet I hadn't actually been to for a while, and that made me think about what I was going to be up to. I added some windows to this ship just because I thought it looked good. That also means you can see the infinite cannon right there. But we're looking for a new build, and we're going to... I have an idea of somewhere to drop the build, but first of all... hang on. Can I get in there? There we go. Got to go in somewhere with a roof, otherwise you end up perpetually floating. And yeah, there is kind of a piece of a freighter sat there, but that kind of happens when you're testing stuff out. And this base actually has some parts that now don't exist in the game. Hello there, Wolfie. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. So yeah, we've got parts here that don't exist. Obviously not the bit that's behind me, but here. This piece, these pieces, and even the good old bit of bent pipe. If I try to move that bent pipe, it'll vanish. So before we get into where we're going, I'll show you part of the problem. I need to scooch over that. So, it says, target, part, curved pipe. Duplicate, part duplicated. But it's not. It's not. So again, if I go in there, because if I do part duplicate metal floor, instantly the part is there. Curved wall. Some people started using these. See if I can get that targeted correctly. There you go. Target part, curved wall. Part duplicated. Nothing. Linking post. Part duplicated. We've got this roof platform. Duplicated. Nothing. Short wall. Duplicated. Nothing. Large wall. Duplicated. Nothing. So it's a shame the parts are still here, they can still be rendered and other people can still see them, but we can't use them, which is really annoying. 2 hours and the last 24 hours. So yeah, good. You know, I mean, for you, that is actually reasonable, at least. All things considered. Yeah. Oh, it's not going to show me the thing. Anyway, this is where I'm on a planet with a bridge DG square build. It's really good. If I remember, I'll have to link the video for it. But when I was thinking about where to put the new build, I was thinking, where on earth should we put it? I've got to scrap the monolith base because that was built, then the game changed it and we didn't get used for what it was going to get used for. Right, that's possibly it. We've got a really big test one there, but that's too big a gap, so we'll go to this one. Thumbnail gives nothing away. So the question is, what should I build next? Now what I want to do is I want to incorporate the base so it's corvette friendly, and if we don't have the build parts to actually put the guaranteed corvette parts anywhere, right, when you come into park, not like a ship or something. So the water update in Enshrouded. The people who I am stuck Oh, I am stuck. I am actually stuck inside my ship. Oh, this is interesting. Hello and welcome to Stuck in the Ship. Today, yeah, we're fucking stuck in the ship. Hang on. Can I get out? No, I can't get out. Yeah, I thought they'd fixed this problem of sticking your corvette over the top of your base and shit. Oh, hang on. Am I out? Am I out? Am I not out? It's really like... I mean, there's like 2 bits of island here. They're not that far apart. And there's another one over there. Can I activate the portal? Hang on. Where's the base computer? Oh, hang on. There's the... Will it let me click on that so I can at least get inside the ship properly? Oh, I'm gonna have to like... Is it going to force me to do a reload? Because it won't let me click on the thing there, and it won't let me click on the thing there. Oh. Yeah, I would definitely say that, because there's the teleporter, so I should, in theory, be able to teleport into the ship. Hang on a minute, if I can... Oh, now there's a point, hang on. Oh dear. Well, I can't use the vehicle way of doing it. Okay. That's interesting. It won't let me call in my ships. Cannot land here, because it knows I'm trapped inside. Oh, fucking hell. Well, this is a good start. Okay. So I'm going to have to actually log out and then log back in. Now saying I'm in the Marbles R Us system, and I don't think I am. that doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Thanks for sending me a very loud notification message. Right, I can tell that. Right, so now I am actually on board the ship. That's good news. Am I still in the same place? Yes, except I've just ended up being hoyed out of the ship because it was really badly parked, and I should have checked before doing that. Right, let's bring it in, and then I can go back up. So I was wondering, although this planet has changed since I was last doing stuff here. And as far as I know, there's nobody else in the system at the minute. So what I will do is that if I... So yeah, there we go. We have these two platforms and we have a bit of a gap. And I was wondering, what could we build here? So if anyone's got any ideas, suggestions, whatever, there's like a lot of these mesas around the place. There's that one there as well. Oops. That one, which is like a big one with a smaller one floating nearby. I will get out of ship. So this is what I was thinking. Let's have a look at the gap. I mean, it's not a massive gap, but I was thinking to myself, anything from the shipyard. So I'm not keen on the bubbles, though. I might have to find a different planet because the bubble effects are really annoying. But if you've got an idea of what could go here, that's in fact any kind of build would be good, because I'm looking for something to do. We'll leave Bubble World behind. I will be doing a proper video of the Star Destroyer, but it's at the back of the queue at the minute due to everything else that's been getting done. I was thinking of redoing the Lunar Outpost at some point and adding a ship or something with it. Again, it would be really cool if we had like the docking things that they add to freighters, so you can bring your corvette alongside. I mean, it would be dead easy to do, because you could literally just attach a teleporter to the thing. So yeah, I'll just jet up here. So Lunar Colony doesn't look anything special on the outside. It is built round a crashed ship, and it's got some roofs. I can't remember when I actually built this, but I was thinking of doing a new one, and possibly, I don't know what people think, if you've seen Reach from Halo, oh, there you go, ship's lifted. Amazing how well that's just suddenly got healed. Is it going to just do a spinny, or is it going to turn hostile? Oh, he's actually coming into land. That makes a change. I don't think he's actually done that before. But I was thinking of anyone who's seen, say, The Fall of Reach. How about that? I can still access it. And actually take the ship if I want to, even though we have a pilot here. And there's an interesting novelty. That is weird. Oh, thank you very much, dude. My own ship, on the other hand, is like kind of sticking through the roof. Let's nip into the cargo thing a second. It's not this room, is it? No, it's not this room, it's the next room. The other thing is, of course, because of the change they did with new parts, it wrecked all the walls. Hello there, Star, how you doing? Yes, there you go. The ship is kind of... Great, I've got an infra knife stuck through my ceiling. So I am kind of looking at oh, and we're not getting through there, are we? No, we're not getting through there. So yeah, we are looking at what to diddly doodles. And I have to go back outside, don't I? Because I mean, this place could be repurposed, redone. And I could make it into a Reach style build. There we go. Because I don't know if anyone knows, Reach has a really ridiculously tall sky elevator. And I'd have to have a look at that. But I mean, it is a case of, if you think there's, you know, and other ships, I'm looking at other ships, including a Vulcan ship. I've decided I was going to have a look at a Vulcan ship, which is a possible. But it's all a case of where would you like to see stuff. This is where our power is. And as you can see, we are underground. And just to prove that we're underground in this wonderful world, that's right behind the elevator. There we go, we can stick that one there. There you go. You can't even get out through there, I think that's quite funny. Right. That power's actually meant to be off, so I'm not quite sure why that's there. So, all ideas for ships, bases, builds. We're going to do some corvette stuff in a moment. Yes, the test build one that has a really long. The render distance between the two bits of mountain, it's way too far. It really does not like it at all. It causes huge problems. This one though, which actually have a picture on it, one of the problems we have, because we don't have a build cam for corvettes, when you're trying to do decoration and that, you kind of, to get a better view, you have to lift yourself up. So I made her start trying to build platforms around somewhere. But you kind of have to customize it for whichever corvette you bring in. Oh, and there you go. Yeah. Hello games. We have fixed the problem of the ship spawning inside the base. Have you? Have you really fixed the problem of the ship spawning inside the base? Because that kind of looks like it just spawned inside the base. There's also... That's weird. This said this was corvette building, but this is not the one that's got the platform to the side. Okay, that's confusing.
Incoming storm.
Can I actually use this? Yes, I can beam aboard the ship from outside. You can't beam aboard from inside, but you can beam aboard from outside. So yeah, I've got a base that actually has a framework next to the base. Uh-oh. Okay, so we've now turned the ship into some kind of rodeo thing. We're stuck inside the... Cannot land, unable. But I can get out. These lights seem a little bit further back. Does that mean it has actually interacted to the point of freeing me? Yes. Haha. Right, let's have a quick look in this system. No, there are some other bases. Okay. I have a colony and a base there. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me turn around. So where I came from, there was actually a colony on that one? Okay. Oh, for some very strange reason, I appear to have 3 bases in this system. Well, 2 bases and a colony. Although that did show... I think I need to do a serious bit of cleanup on bases, because that's a bit weird. Right. Well, I haven't been here in a very long time. I genuinely cannot remember this. I didn't unlock the back door. I can't go into camera mode if I'm inside the ship. Hang on. Unless I do this, and then I don't have to run along the back. So, yeah. And for some reason I built a ball dispenser. There's a teleporter to the ground. Solid walls built in a certain fashion. I'll tell you now, because of this here, that wire, I'm not sure how well you can see the wire. If I move it, it stands out a bit better. This is using the old technique where you used to use biodomes to get yourself a circle. So this base ain't been touched for a long time. I didn't even know this one was still around. Nothing special, but it's next to the portal. So it's worth having that one, I suppose, because it's next to the portal. I'll have to check the other ones out later. And that'd be the moon I nearly flew into. That ain't no moon. Right. So of course we can't do space salvage for corvette parts, which is really annoying. A lot of people who did the expedition, the Normandy one, Expedition 2 is being rerun, and that's a rarity, so I think you've got about a week left. So if you don't have the Normandy as a frigate for your freighter, run it, because they probably won't run it again for quite some time. And they're not going to run it probably next festive season. So the question is, what should I build and where should I build it? Because that's always a weird thing. I am going to be destroying the other bases as well. I am sadly going to be getting rid of the bike track as well, because there's a lot of parts in that, and it's badly positioned. It's in the clouds, and there's been a lot of people that of those that have been there, a lot of them have commented on how that you end up having to turn the clouds off, otherwise it's a bit too difficult to actually do anything. Current system, do you want portal? Current system, colony. Yeah, sometimes when you do use abbreviations, you think to yourself, "Oh, that's great, I remember that," and then, yeah, you forget what it is. Hello there, Lack. How are you doing? How's democracy? Is democracy doing well? I should have asked Wolfie that question as well. I managed to get my Helldiver's dailies done. Extracting 3 times, that's quite simple. But then I did go on a much easier setting, just to make sure that I could do it, because I didn't have much time. Still took me half an hour. I think it was half an hour. But there was flags involved. Yeah, this base has had some work done to it. It was originally built for a funny skit, which didn't get made. Then it was going to get used in a video, which didn't get made. Then we had an update which changed the monolith, which was a key part of the base, which was very annoying. Ruined the shape and everything. So it is going to get removed. The site isn't special. That's the thing. It was literally down. You know, you've been doing a bit of work and so you're suffering. So yeah, this monolith used to be a cube. I've removed a lot of stuff from around the sides already. Interesting, that's not lit. There's a lot of pipe work, and yes, my ship is right in the middle of it once again. Can I actually park that? Park you over there, and you're out of the way. But we had fully functioning ladders, which allow you to climb the framework. And then, as you can see, we've got a tank and some booster points. I'll pull back. I'll also turn the sun onto this side, and then it shows it a bit better. So we basically had a shuttle-style launch tower. And you can see where there's a launch pad vertically inserted. And I got myself a ship, perfectly ready for doing what was needed. And everything was fine. We found out one particular thing happened when you launched, which kind of ruined one of the tricks that we were going to film. Which, I mean, a bit of a bugger when you everything's surrounded one particular thing, and then by the time you test it, it's like, oh shit, it doesn't work. But in itself, it worked quite well as a base, but it's going to get itself removed. The control tower is accessible through here. It's not a tower as such. But again, you can see the walls, now it looks dilapidated, because they changed all of the stuff. So we've basically got our mission control. Must be these tables that make a noise. That's weird, I haven't noticed that before. So yeah. So we've got like the bench table with all the lights and stuff. Oh, That did not work because I got stuck. There we go. So yeah, unfortunately it's going to get deleted out, but what can I say, you know, if that had remained a cube with the hole in the middle, it would have been fine. But I can't remember when it actually... I mean, thankfully, it did it after. I mean, it would have been really annoying if we were all ready to start doing what we were planning on doing, and then it changed. Because when we got an update just before Distant World Tours the other year, we did have a whole issue of bases where things changed around them. Ancient ruin. I don't need to worry about an ancient ruin. Just out of interest, this planet that I just lifted off, no, it's just fragmented. I've noticed there's a lot of planets. In fact, there are entire solar systems that have 0 corvette parts. That's interesting. The primary part of that asteroid field is spherical. Yeah. Spherical asteroid fields, how about that? If we could get the gravity to apply to given surfaces, then I would consider building a halo ring, but there would be no way for people to make use of it, which is a problem. Because you could make a pretty damn big halo ring, but yeah, it wouldn't work unless you had certain gravitational confines, and I doubt they're going to be adding gravity plates to the game. Although technically they have it with the stuff that's related to the way corvettes work, because no matter which way round the ship is, you can stand on the hull, on the top of the hull, and you can also stand up inside. So, yep. One other possibility was the research base. Now long abandoned, parts are damaged, planet slight change. But if I remember rightly, the system has a couple of decent planets in it, so we could even move to another one. But I do have I tested out part of a design for a ship, which was quite good. Oh, at least it didn't throw me into it this time. Right, I am going to have to move that though, because that's silly. It shook it. Right, hang on. I'll park it rather than landing it, because ooh. Ah. Ooh. Oh, that's weird. Ooh. Hang on. Oh, right, okay, so hang on, if we... That's weird, while it's on the ship, it allows me to walk through pieces of the base. That's weird. Right, and settle. Yes, there are other bases around here. I've just seen a marker there. Elvis Dock 2. I have no idea. Right, so there's the base. No, it's not gonna, I'm gonna have to see if I can put something on the top of that, because the water's smoothed out since I took off. It is a cold planet, though. I mean, look at the reflection in that water. It just totally got ruined by the ship flying over. As I was saying, I started with another like containment room, added, going to the water, some underground stuff. We've got a circular room that's actually also open, which is quite a nice little, you can see there's the windows of the room, and the roof should be here, but surprise, it's not here. So right, let's have a look and see if what other bases do show up. Okay, not pronouncing that one. Ice base, I'm guessing it's icy. Ice on something remix, that makes no sense. That's the one we saw a moment ago. So the problem is, if I do decide to build something here, there are quite a few bases already in the area. So it's actually a water base. Curious depot. He's on the other side of the rock. So, hello there, Marty. How you doing? Good to see you. Are you doing well? Welcome to the exploring around bases that I forgot existed, where I'm going to have to delete some and build a new. So we're looking at a new base design and a place to build it. So, answers on a postcard. That teleporter doesn't work. What was that? It was just called research facility, wasn't it? Right. I got a feeling this one, POS build site, is actually the one I was thinking about earlier, because that picture is not the picture for this base. It's actually one to do with a base on another save. See if I'm right when we get there, because I think it's main 3 or creative 2. No, main 3. I think it's main 3. So this is on the same planet as that other save has other, you know what I mean. The other save has a base on the planet. Ooh, it's taking a long time to Doctor Who its way there. Oh, here we go. Right. Whoa. Yeah, and again the ship is dumped right through the middle of the... Yeah, this is actually the base I was thinking of. Right. I will just... park it there. Yeah, okay. So when I was doing the Imperial Walker ship, this is where I put it. I've got some lights, let's put some big lights on it. So I landed it in here, and then I was able to add panels and the likes to be able to do those building things that you can't do because you don't have a build cam, which is really annoying. It is weird that they don't give us the build cam, but it's what it is, I suppose. I mean, technically speaking, if I'd been able to do this on a much easier, on a much flatter place, it would have been better. Get out of the way before it lands. And although it wasn't, these pieces aren't positioned for this, it still gives you an idea. Oops, that did not work. So this will give you the idea to what I was doing. I'm surprised it fits, actually. But there you go. So you can now walk around the frame, add exhibits to frame, and it allows you to get close enough to be able to do various bits and pieces, which also means if I was to because this is an area you can't normally build in. So if although it's actually got me in this, I'm classed as building in the thing at the minute. I can select that. Right. I just pressed the wrong button. Right. Invalid position. Cannot build. But now I'm into here, so if I go along to here, I need to go into first person. Hang on. That's the wrong way. There we go, we're in first person. Then we go into here, and then I can stick that on that halfway mark. Like so. Delete that one. Now, panel must be this one. There it is. Go into red. Right. So now that's there. And this is just as an example, but it's now something stopping me from. Oh, I'm still on the ship. That's why. And the other thing is the fact that you can't necessarily fly properly when you're on the thing. I got a bit too high up there because I didn't actually have a proper platform for it. But it allows you to work on the ship, which is the main thing. Looks like it do look a bit crap, but what I've just stuck in there. And then again, just a demonstration of the parts. What I need to do is go over here. The other thing is you can detach yourself. So at least I can now remove that. And whilst in build cam, it knew where I was, so it snapped me straight back round, which is a pain in the bed. But not sure how well this works. It didn't work at all because my hands are rubbish. And that's put me back out here again. Here we go. One of them. Do that. It just drops me a wire. I was thinking we could probably do a shifty glitch, but it didn't want to. But there you go. We can actually do that. So what we do need to do is we need to head to the freighter next. Because we're gonna build a corvette. We're gonna do something different. Some of the parts do merge nicely with the others, some parts don't. But I did have a strange idea. Right, and then I've got to try to remember the layout of this ship, because I don't come to this ship very often. Right, yes, this is it. We need to head downstairs, empty out a couple of ships, and then store them. This one was the ship I was using on that base we were at. Right. Right, that's that one empty. And, oh, we've got a module exocraft. Well, we need that. Right. Let's go get rid of these two. I think I've still got room to archive two more. That's one there. Yeah, oh, we've got plenty of room. That's good news. So, that leaves us with Radiant Owl, which was the weird one I built. Post breach. The cockpits don't show up on them. That's weird. Anyway, it does mean we can now head. That's the wrong way. Actually, no, I do want to go that way, don't I? Because I'll advance my ship. No. Okay. Oh, it did it again. You're meant to be able to walk around. There we go. That teleporter. Have you literally just changed my ship on me. You have changed my ship on me. It doesn't matter. Right, we're Imperial walkering it. But we're building something new, so it's alright. But I thought, what is in this system? Oh, that's what's in this system. I'm not giving that one away. It's going to take a long time to finish, but I've got a special build. Which is another reason we're getting rid of the bases. Also, the Expedition 20 Breach videos are well underway. The first one, which is technically part 3, will be releasing this week. Well, possibly this weekend or beginning of the week. If I drop it Sunday, Monday, then I'll drop the next one, say the Friday. Right. Create new corvette. Here we go. Now, you can't, it's a shame you can't do double cockpits, because if you could do double cockpits, it would be cool. But you can't. So I also just realized I haven't colored those parts yet. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Still back press when I shouldn't. Right, Titan. Let's use the Titan. Do I want that there, or do I want the overhang? No, I don't want the overhang. Actually, no, it wants to go there, doesn't it? Right, so we've got that. We need the cockpit. Oh, every time. Cockpit. Now. We can hang the engines underneath. Put the guns in the wings. Let's get the wings first. How we're going to do the wings. Would that fit? It probably would for the design. Because it'll fit into the wings, hopefully. Right. Interesting how you can overlap them like that to put 4 on. But we will wait. I need these wings to come out again. So that would mean that... Would it be there? Remove that a moment. I'm going to remove that momentarily. Too far forward, possibly. Yes, too far forward, so that wants to go there. Oh, that's a shame that doesn't line up quite right. That's annoying. Right. Take that out, take that out. Don't press the wrong button, like I've just done. Pop that there. Pop you there. So yeah, I mean, actually that there would still fit there if we wanted it to fill a bit more space. Would that be better? That takes it into there, gives us that kind of wing, that takes it there and gives us that kind of bulk. I'll give it a go. Right, we need a reactor. Stop doing that. Reactor. Give me a reactor. Oh yeah, we'll have to stick you in. There. Then I still think it's a shame that you can't flip that forward one. Weapons, weapons, weapons. They aren't really touching. Can I improve those? What can I stick underneath to improve those? I need results, but I don't need results if I'm in creative. Lifts it a bit too much, doesn't it? I wonder... take that out, copy that one, put that one there, copy that one. Nope, that's not. I think it's because that isn't a piece of stuff, so if I remove that, copy that, pop that there, then copy that, drop you there, delete you, don't press the wrong button, pop you in, there, there, that keeps trying to flip it the other way, then copy you and pop you. What the hell? That's weird. I don't quite understand why that's like that. Let's take that back out. Let's copy that over, pop you back in there, copy you. Can we then stick you back? No. Right. So it's an either or, basically. That's annoying. Never mind. Right. Shield generator. We really need a better connection between that and that, because to me that doesn't look good. I mean, if we had that, hang on, copy, right, if I do that, copy that, right, I think this is going to lower it right down. This is going to be a massive low rider. I was meant to copy that, I wasn't meant to delete that one, hang on. That didn't work. Oh, there you go. Half a second I thought that wasn't going to lower. Right, take that one out. Copy you, no. Copy you down. Copy you. Oh, it needs the other piece, so delete, remove you, copy, under, remove, place. Right, do I have everything? No, I need one more piece of that. Like so. It's now basically lying on the ground. But it does mean the landing gear is hidden. I don't have a shield boost. I've got 3 generators. Oh, those are shield boosters, those ones. Okay, that's good. That's good. Finalized design. Right. Compare. Add to collection. Now it's time to upgrade, which is easy because, like I say, I'm in creative, so we're going to do the class first. I usually make the mistake of trying to add the spaces first. Takes a bit of getting used to the way it loads in slowly. Right. Now we can add our pieces. Fortunately, you can't just keep your finger on the button. Could do some elevator music or something playing. Gives me time to have a drink though. Don't forget to hydrate, everybody. I did update Discord, so it's got a list of all the videos, or at least most of the videos, which are in the works. I need to update it just to say which ones are about to be released. And there's another one I need to add. And I'm hoping to have as many done as possible before Christmas. And for those keeping count, yeah, you've only got half a dozen weeks, so... One thing, you don't really need to worry about the cargo space too much, unless of course you're meeting up with another player and you're swapping stuff between saves, because anyone with a creative save, it's brilliant if you can max out a ship, take everything that the person needs to swap to another save, and you've got an entire ship ready. You also have to empty out your own inventory, make sure you're not standing inside a base, and don't be on a freighter. Otherwise, your stuff gets mixed up with their stuff. And there is a limitation on how many eggs you can have, apparently. Is this the last bit? Nope, last row. For those who don't know how long it takes to actually augment a ship to its maximum, imagine doing this but having to find all the stuff, all the money that you need to be able to do stuff. Right, there we go. And then we're going to fly up here. This is the shift guy. Bit of a graphical glitch going on. Don't need the reactor. This guy has no... Oh, he does. Pulse engine.
Product received.
Phase beam positron. Don't want them. Right. What I will do... Because we'll max out all the pieces and then we'll sort out the position of the parts in a moment. we will have our purple trail. Yep.
Technology installed. Technology installed.
It's a shame they don't stick the bits together in the inventory so you know where they all are.
Technology installed.
Need that ablative hull hat armor just as an extra boost.
Technology installed.
Put the engine drive. I don't think this save has purple access yet, so I will have to work on that. Efficiency thrusters.
Technology installed.
Right, that should be enough for us to get on and tidy this up. Right. Hyperdrive can come down here. Cargo slots can come down here. And that's shielding, so you come down there. Shielding can go to there. Aquajets can come down there. Shielding to there. Boost to there. I need to launch. Oh, I haven't installed it yet, have I? Because it's here. That's the exocraft. Pulse engine. Oh, it was pulse engine, it wasn't the other one. Damn. Yep, that one's doing a good boost. Could have thought the weapon's out. Shield strength. There it is. I knew there was another one for that one. Right, so maneuverability is over 1,000, hyperdrive's only 159, but there's only 2 things installed. Shield strength is up to 401. Damage potential is kicking in at 202. Right, I suppose we have to see what this thing flies like now. Haven't got the mission board fitted yet, but that's not too bad. So the side profile is skinny, and you can't see the legs at all. If I turn that way a bit more and get the rings behind it better. Hello there, Mia, how are you doing? So that does quite well for the ship. It's quite the shape. Got good maneuverability. Shields have a lot of room for improvement when I buy some more modules. Same goes for the weapons. And of course the hyperdrive, since the hyperdrive doesn't actually have much on it at the minute. Turn and lift, have a look from the top down. So there we go. Those engines actually merge into each other quite nicely. I do wonder if someone like Chris Cross could actually have knowing how to do it and curve. So you start with the ones at the back pointing in the correct direction and then curve the others into each other. Because you'd only need to turn 2 or 3 either side to have them come in on a circle, or partial circle I should say. That could be interesting. So, like I say, if you have ideas for what you'd like to see built, which base, or whether I should find somewhere new, let me know. That is quite... I do like how the... Actually, I'll have a quick look at the landing gear, because I was going to say, I do like how the landing gear is inside the engines, basically. To the extent you can't see them. When in flight, you can't see. Oh, that's good. I like that. So yeah, you can't see the underneath in any way of where the and when landed, yes, well that's the thing. I'll show you. This thing is a floor hugger. I wanted to make it so the feet weren't, when it was standard configuration, the feet weren't what you would call looking connected properly. So the only way to do it was to gently merge, and they merge without any hassle. There's no like technique or anything. You just have to be careful. My God, those lights make this bright. So when you walk out like this. See? Yeah, that's it. That's how you walk out. So we move round, and now you can see the feet under the wing. see if I can get that a little bit better on the camera. So the feet retract up when in flight, but they lift into the wing. So, and I mean, it's literally that's where your access ramp is. So there's no step or anything. Yeah, even though it's here, it's like because of how much the wing pieces are lifted. So it lifts. So those treaded pieces are literally lifted up, because the landing gear is the full height, but the top of the landing gear is what makes this piece. That is the top of the landing gear right there. And I think part of that kind of retracts away. I don't know if it goes up or down or whether they disappear. Let's just have a quick look. I forgot to look at the top of the wing. You can see them. There was a slight glowing of blue. So yeah, that's the top of the landing gear, right there. But the feet have gone all the way inside. So I mean, it's even without trying to use too much, I've actually hidden the center corridor reasonably well. I reckon this design needs a bit more work, but oh, someone's just come in ahead of me. Oh, bloody hell, that's bright. I still haven't worked out why light that travels, the light can travel through metal and the likes, but now it's just yeah, I mean, that's it. I've got several designs. I do think it's a case of just playing with them to get used to the overall placement of parts. I mean, this is alright being open here, but I'd like to work on something to enclose this piece, because it's like the way these here sweep down. It would be nice if I could bring that in over the body. And like I say, what I was saying, this curve here, if reapplied here, you'd be able to curve it all the way in. I also need to give it a good name, because it's got a crappy name at the minute. But, I mean, if we go here or here. So it's like, that kind of lands in front of the reactor. I'll just put it there temporarily. Although I have got it the wrong. There we go. Just make sure that is the right colour. There we go. So that phases in nicely with that piece. It would just be a case of, can we then lower something underneath to... What could we lower into it? I mean, I quite like the dishes, but it's just a case of wake it... Well, that's not bad, because it like molds it into that. So... You can't rotate them either, I've noticed. That's a bit weird. But, you know, it is what it is. Then you've got your pyramid. For those building Gua'uld ships, there you go. I'm not building a Gua'uld ship just yet. Cargo links just look weird, doesn't fit. I am wondering... Yeah, you know, you see how that sits there? If that could be brought out to the side. You need half placement. That's the problem. We need a half placement. Because if that piece could go out and then I could put one over there, it would merge perfectly to that, hold down to the base. But we need a half placement. Because otherwise, if I have a piece here, it's just going to be right out to the side. It's too wide. Half placement is what you need. And there is no free cam, so to speak. Yeah, hello there, DG. How are you doing? Yeah, I was thinking about... thing is, I cannot remember. I think, because I've seen quite a few, I think it was Chris Cross who I saw doing some stuff, because I followed what he did when it came to turning things 90 degrees for what I wanted to try. Because obviously there's nothing underneath the ship, because it lies so flush, you know. But yes, that would be the key, wouldn't it? Work on the piece of hab directly underneath, do an offset, then put two of these pieces, which are the Speedbird dome sections, and then it's basically close enough then. So yeah, that would be what I would like to do to finish off that piece. And I am wondering actually if I should make that one smaller and bring the cabin backwards a bit, because I think that might make it into a nicer design. But that would be the kind of thing for now. But it's reasonable. I mean, maneuverability 1210. I didn't want it upside down. I just wanted it to be offset that bit for it to, you know. But yeah, I'll work on it. I'll work on it and try to show it off. But like I say, ideas for a base build. And what kind of a base build to do. Funnily enough, DG, I did actually start off where you built your suspension bridge, which I toured 2 years ago. Shit, it would be, wouldn't it? Must be nearly two years ago I visited. But I've got a base there with some parts that are now basically non-existent. So yeah, so that's me for today. Thanks everyone for being here. I will catch you again. Yeah, like 2 years, like I say, it's crazy. It really is. But the bridge's still there, and as far as I can tell, it still looks as good as it did when you made it. So you know. So yes, back Tuesday doing something. Going to do something different next Thursday, but I'll be back in 2 weeks' time with No Man's Sky. Will start the new project. So, like I say, ideas for builds and the kind of place I should build it. Let me know, and I will catch everybody again soon. All right. Bye for now, everyone. Thanks for being here. You can always like and subscribe, but 400 subscribers. 18 years to get there. Bye for now.